Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to, I guess, what is going to be the second episode of my Challenger World series. The first episode did a lot better than I would have ever expected, mostly because, like I said, this isn't supposed to necessarily be a guide, because I don't think I have, like, any specific information I can give you that you couldn't just get yourself. And it's not, like, set up in, like, do this, do this, do this, you know? But a lot of people did seem to get a lot of use out of just seeing what I do and playing along, so to speak. So I figured I would continue with the an episode 2, and this episode is going to be still before the weekly boss reset. So bosses reset every week on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday is when the boss reset is. And here, you can see CZAC is still cleared, so this is still the first weekly reset. Let me pop my toggles. And I'm just going to kind of do dailies. I'm going to show you what I do on Challenger World. Because like I said, I'm not playing Challenger World, like, super efficiently, and I've always said that I'm not. Because it requires a lot of time to main this world, and this was never my intention, was to main this world. This has always been an extra world that I'm just gonna play to do dailies on. So you can use this as like what is the most important things to be doing on your account every day if you don't have like infinite time. And I would highly suggest, obviously, dailies, right? Dailies are the most time efficient thing you can do in the game. What dailies am I referring to specifically? Well, you saw me accept my Arcane River dailies. So you have your daily quests for Arcane River, and eventually when you get to 260 plus, you have Grandest dailies as well. These reward you with arcane symbols or sacred symbols and a bunch of experience. I'm mainly doing it for the experience, though the symbols will be nice in the future, obviously. But that's not like the primary reason I'm doing it right now, right? It's not. I'm here for the experience mostly. So always try to do these every day. And the other thing that I absolutely prioritize doing is my 7 Monster Park runs every week. Or not every week, every day, excuse me. Monster Park Extreme is weekly, and it unlocks at 260, so I would highly recommend you do that once you unlock it, but I'm talking about regular old Monster Parks. We will worry about that when we get there. Before I yap too much more, though, if you guys like this content, or you just like hearing me yap about stuff, I don't just make MapleStory content. I make content for whatever I feel like I'm, doing, really. Yapping about subreddits, yapping about Billionaire, yapping about Buckshot Roulette, Repo. I mean, I play a lot of stuff. I just make stuff for fun that I hope other people will enjoy. But if you like it, consider liking this video, obviously, for MapleStory stuff, and consider subscribing. I feel weird saying it, but when I do say it, it definitely gets more people to do it, which is the goal, and bigger number, better person. It makes me feel better. Mostly, I just really want to hit 7K, because I've been close to 7K for a while, and I just kind of have been on autopilot, so yeah. I got really nothing else to say, though, right now. I mean, I'm just doing my Arcane dailies, really. I mean, there's not much to do, just kill quests. You guys are all familiar with these if you've played even a little bit. So I will see you guys once I am done with all of my Arcane dailies, I suppose, question mark? But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back lickety-split, don't you worry. Alright, so like I promised, I just finished on my Arcane dailies. Nothing too crazy there, except those. Get a good little bit of experience and some symbols. I also did get some hyperburn rewards, because like I said, I've just been doing dailies off camera until today, which is when I sat down to record, and I've only claimed the arcane symbols. But I'm saving the flames, because I don't have anything I really want to flame. I do want to take the nodes, and I guess I can take the medals of honor as well. But the nodes are what we really want. And the hyperburning outfit is a really ugly outfit, but it gives like some stats. So I suppose we should equip it. Even though I think it looks horrible. Absolutely horrendous. And then you get like a little normal enemy damage ring. This is not a very good ring, but since we don't have 4 rings equipped anyways, I'm going to equip it because it's obviously better than nothing. And I mean, it has some stats on it. It just can't have potential, and it just gives normal enemy damage, so it helps us clear, like, regular monsters. Which we aren't struggling with right now, but can definitely help. We're just going to open up everything. Yeah, this is fine. I don't need to reroll anything. And then for this, eventually I want combat orders, but do I care enough right now? Because I don't have auto buff. Yeah, I don't have auto buff room, and I'm lazy. But you probably should have it. I should also have rope lift. Should definitely have this eventually. Do I have blink? I do. I think I have everything else. Yeah, I do. So I can just hit enhance all. The enhance all button is very, very good. Would highly suggest y'all to make use of it. Very good button. Let's level up some of these slots. 5-5. Cool. And then as far as node crafting goes, I have a bunch of node shards. And I could definitely craft some nodes. You know what? I think I will. Because I vaguely understand how to play this class now. I'm still not super Jozu, as the kids would say. Nobody would say that. Literally nobody would say that. But we're going to pretend like people would say that. Because it makes me feel better. Guided arrow. Yeah, I guess I should do guided arrow and vicious shot. Because none of the other 5th job skills for this class are really used in bossing, from my understanding. It's mostly just Howling Gale. Howling Gale is the one that you basically use on cooldown. Probably could have put more points into it, but that's okay. I'm not too fussed about it, because I have these, which I've also been saving because I didn't know what I wanted to use them on. I knew I wanted to use them on this character, but hey. And this is important, trust me. I'm not just yapping to yap. I do love doing that, but I'm not just yapping to yap. That's fine. Okay, so Howling Gale is max. And I should probably... I mean, I don't think it matters too much. I think Vicious Shot is probably more damage. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter. We're getting prepared to do some bosses. I'm not going to do bosses yet. I'm going to do my Monster Park, and I think that'll push us to 235. Well, I mean, it for sure will push us to 235. Here, let me show y'all what I mean, because I know I don't... Oops. I hit the 1 key instead of the tilde. I know I haven't showed you guys the dailies, but I have wanted to, which is why we're here. So obviously, you get your Monster Park tickets in the cash shop. That's where they sell the extras. And then you run through Monster Park. Your class clear depends on your class. Well, the clear of Monster Park depends on your class. No shit, the class depends on the class. I don't know the most efficient way to clear this shit. I just vibe it out, man. It's not that big of a deal, even if you're not, like, hyper optimized and efficient. You're still gonna be, like, 1.5, 2-minute runs at most. I will say, Howling Gale, a very good skill. Would rate it very highly on my skills to, like, talk highly about. Very high on that tier list. I vaguely remember what I was doing last time I was running Monster Park. Any monsoon cooldown? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I missed these. Sometimes merciless winds just don't kill him. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, man. Just like that, That's a monster park clear, and you can see how much experience it gives, which is why I say this is like one of the most important things to do every day. It also gives you Monster Park boxes, which gives you the Monster Park coins, which allow you to buy the potions that you saw in episode 1, the red and green pots, which are just absolute staples to any pre-buff bossing scenario. Pretty much anything in the game, you're going to want them. So yeah. I guess I'm just going to run my Monster Park, and we will meet up when I'm done? I don't know, man. I'm winging it. I don't really know what's going on here either. I won't monsoon here. Alright. I'm going to finish these up. I'll turn the recording on when I'm about to level, because I think that's interesting, I guess. Alright, see you guys soon. Alright, this should level us. Like I said, if I remembered, I would get it on camera. And as always, every 5 levels, you unlock a new area in the Arcane River. I already have everything done, so I can just skip it all. But it's important to remember to do it, and you should always do it first, because it will also unlock a new Monster Park area. And new Monster Park areas are more experience, if you are not familiar. Would make sense, though. The higher level area, the more experience you get. Smiley face. And does also mean we get some more hyperburn rewards, which is good. A bunch of symbol selectors, which we're not really going to use. More XP node stones, which we will use. And then our level 10 Esfera symbol. And the symbols give you a lot of combat power for free. Don't get it twisted. Gave me almost 350k combat power, 400k combat power. That's a lot of combat power. Like, I have not done anything to this character off camera aside from level up and equip symbols. So all of the extra combat power I have between this episode and the last time you saw me is just from the symbols. So don't get it twisted. You still can do literally everything I'm doing, which is the whole idea behind this. This is just something you can copy and do if you so desire. I think I'm just gonna max vicious shot. And then I don't know, I don't think putting it into guided arrow really matters. I don't think it matters at this point. I have the things that are really good maxed. Alright. I will finish my Monster Park runs, and then we will do some bossing. This is all prep for bossing. Don't get it twisted, fellas. Okay, so I finished my Monster Park, and then I finished the new daily, arcane dailies in the area that I just unlocked as Farah. So now all of my dailies should be completed, which is the goal that we want to do every day, like the minimum. You want to do all your arcane dailies and grandest dailies, and you want to do your Monster Park. So now that we've completed the must-dos, quote-unquote, let us... You know what? I'm gonna get some IED on this B. I was like, I don't need IED, but I'm actually thinking about it. Yeah, I probably do need some IED. Now, the next thing that we're gonna be doing, aside from eventually going for 260, just by doing dailies, because like I said, I don't have the time to grind. So this is a very casual sort of quote-unquote series, but the next thing we need to do is, well, let me check in here as well. I'm gonna miss one of these this week. Unless it resets tomorrow. No, it will reset tomorrow. I just missed one check-in. That's okay. It don't matter to a fella like me. Something to keep in mind: you can buy stuff from the Challenger shop. And I would highly recommend you utilize the Challenger shop if necessary. But like I said, if you're just doing it by the way that I'm doing it, then, I mean, we haven't needed to use the shop, so when we need to use the shop, we'll use the shop. Anyways, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that we are going to... Here, let me show you. This is what I wanted to show. We're going to be doing Lotus, we're going to be doing normal slime. And I'm not going to be doing Easy Lucid. Reason being, Easy Lucid is... maybe I will do Easy Lucid. Because Origin makes Easy Lucid basically free. Even if you're like super low CP, it just takes a while. I should be able to do Elucid at 6 mil CP with no origin. Like, it should be doable. It'll just take a while. Depends. Let's see how I feel. We're for sure doing normal Lotus. We're for sure doing normal Slime because we can get these, right? And they can upgrade our gear, so there's no reason for us not to do them. And then also we want to be finishing up the rest of our bosses for this week because the weekly reset, like I said, is coming up. As of me recording this, it's coming up tomorrow or next reset, so I want to get all of these bosses done. And this is another thing that you should try to do every week. Get all of your weekly bosses done, because weekly bosses give the most meso, and that's kind of how I have meso. I didn't sell these on camera, but these are just the crystals that we got from the last video. You can see the weekly boss crystals sell for a lot. You got your Hard Hilla, you got your Czak, you got your Vellum, Cpap. I think these are the crystals, because it doesn't say what boss I got them from anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Any Hoosers, let's get together some buffs so we can do some bosses. As always, Collector Pot is very, very good. I also, like I said, I've looked up, well, not looked up, but I talked to one of my friends. I vaguely understand how to play this class a little bit better now. Something that I just intuitively thought, because I skimmed over this wall of text because my eyes just glaze over. I see you can charge it up, so I just assumed that you would hold the button down to charge up, but that is not the case. It kind of even looks like you're charging it, but it just recasts it over and over. You have to either hold the down or up arrow keys in combination with pressing the key. Anyways, I understand. There's also a debuff skill for this class, Pinpoint Pierce, so I will be using that as well. And then I also learned that basically all of these skills are not super worth using in rotation. The only skill really worth using is Howling Gale. And then you hold Song of Heaven. Very in-depth class. I know. Do I have all the buffs? Honestly, there's not many buffs you can get right now, because there's no guild buff. At least, I don't think there is. Do we have the guild skills? Oh, we do. You can get guild buffs. Nice. Okay, cool. So we have guild buffs. Are Ursus mats account-wide? I don't think they are. No. So I can't get Ursus buff. That's fine. If you run Ursus, Ursus is a good source of meso. I have a meso guide, and I'm sure you already know what Ursus is. You can run Ursus 3 times a day, but the buff in here that you get just from clearing Ursus, you can buy this, which is basically just like another guild blessing that stacks. Very good bossing buff. Would highly recommend. Are there any people on chairs, perchance? Let me go to channel 1. Yes, there are. They're all 250 chairs, though. I mean, it's expected. Most people probably aren't 275. I'm sure there's like a 275 out there. If you fame somebody on a level 250 or 275 chair, you get another little attack buff, which is another good buff to be getting. Let's eat that, eat that. I don't have any G skills this week, which is fine. Do a little check-in. Boop. And then let us start off with normal Lotus, I guess. Pop this. Do I have Echo? I think you just get Echo as a Cygnus Knight. Cygnus Knight diff. Alright. Let us freak up normal Lotus. Press this button. And I think it's down is what I want for the really big one. Yeah. Would be dope if my tornado would hit the boss. But you know how it goes. I don't know if this is worth using off cooldown. I never got an answer on that. I think you're supposed to use one of these. Yeah, because it would line up with AB Link, but I don't have AB Link. So I probably should have just used all of them again. I can do it now. I can do the up. Oh, is it up that I want to do? I need to look at it again. It's either up or down. I can't remember. Don't matter to a fellow like me, though, honestly. You can see this is not going to take too long. And not knowing how to play the class is honestly kind of fire, because pretty much everybody watching this video, if you're watching it to, like, learn what to do, you're also not going to know how to play your class. So if I perfectly knew how to play the class, it would it would not be helpful. So the fact that I'm playing the Wind Archer very suboptimally is low-key a good thing, and that's what we're going to go with. Thing about Lotus is you can see the gauge next to my HP bar. If the gauge goes 100%, Annihilation mode is activated. You want to avoid Annihilation mode if possible. Let me do this. Oh, fuck. I wanted to Wind Walk out of that. Pretty sure... Is up or down the one I want to be doing? I don't know. But basically what I was saying is, the Annihilation gauge, if it fills up, Lotus goes into Annihilation mode. How you stop the gauge from going up and how you lower the gauge, if you just notice when the lasers hit Lotus, the gauge lowered. Basically, every skill that Lotus casts on you lowers the gauge if it hits Lotus. You can see these chains. If I hit Lotus with them, it lowers the gauge a little bit. And the lasers, watch, the lasers will significantly lower it, so... The trick to Lotus is you want to stick to Lotus as much as humanly possible. Just use one of these. Because we're about to phase. Let me see. Fuck, I didn't get to read it. Well, I have time to read it now. What one do I want to use? Do I want to use up or down? Down is 2, up is 3. Okay, so up is the one I want to be using. Okay, so phase 3, you'll see the Annihilation gauge is permanently full. Which is the... Oh, fuck, I'm dead, actually. I tried to Wind Walk into it. Did not work. The Annihilation gauge is completely full permanently. Well, not permanently, but you know what I mean. You can still lower it the same way that you lowered it in phase 1 and 2. But it starts full and it will regenerate. God, I hate the fucking double hit. It is time to get bursted, my friend. I wish my tornado would sit on top of you. Okay, we don't need it. Probably should have sat on him with the lasers. It would have fucking deactivated. I just want him to come down here. It's fine. We'll deactivate him down here. It's chill. Lotus is definitely a boss. P3 specifically, you will probably need to practice a good bit. I'm still pretty bad at it, and to be completely honest with you, I still think P3 can be kind of bullshit. Normal and hard Lotus are, like, fine for the most part, but X-Lot is where it starts getting ridiculous. But I do know, especially as, like, a newer player, this shit is a lot to handle, man. So don't feel discouraged if you can't instantly clear Lotus. You just need to practice. And you can... There is a practice mode. If you want to use practice mode buffs, you can use practice mode buffs. I wouldn't recommend it because you don't get drops from clearing in practice mode, but if you're genuinely trying to, like, practice and learn the boss because you don't quite feel confident in your ability to clear it without, you can see Annihilation mode just reactivated. But should be able to kill him here. Not too bad. I think it was like a 7-minute Lotus run, 8-minute Lotus run. Not the worst. I mean, definitely not the fastest. But I don't know really what I'm doing. As always. And we are on a 6 mil CP character, which is pretty high for Lotus, but no Link's Legion. Yeah, we have the Challenger buff, but it doesn't make up for Link's Legion entirely. But it's just this just goes to show you that you can still do this stuff. You know what I mean? Give me a second, and then we will go slime. Alrighty, so it is time to do slime, like I promised. Oh, first I should upgrade our gear. Of course. Always upgrade your gear. No reason not to. Just makes us stronger. We were at 6 mil CP. I wonder what we will be at once we re-equip everything. 6 mil to 6.7 mil. Not bad, not bad. But now it is time for good old Guardian Angel Slime Normal. And then I am also going to rebuy one of these pots because it only lasts 15 minutes, and I think Slime will take us a bit more time, if I had to guess. So let's rip this. And let's see what we can do. So let's do this. Oh, I don't have my bind. That's not ideal. It's fine. We make do. I will try my best to explain what is going on here. But I need to chill. Because it definitely overheats your brain when you're trying to explain things and also play the game. Especially when you don't really know what you're doing. Okay. So now we're in the chill mode. Okay, so you see that slime bubble above my health bar. Yours won't be above your health bar. It'll be somewhere on your screen, though. That is the special interaction button. When you interact on these red stones on the map that slime is spawning... Oh, I got stunned. Okay, we're good. You'll be able to kick them either up or down. They go the inverse direction to what you pick. What do I mean by that? Here, let me press this. So I'm going to click down, and it will kick it up. And you'll see here that it blocked the blue portal. So I'm going to try to block the blue portal. 3 stones need to be in the thing to fully block a portal. And I'm choosing to block blue. You can block multiple portals, but I only typically bother blocking one because, I mean, it takes time away from damaging. And then again, I'll interact, press the up key because I want it to go down. Remember, it goes the inverse. These heart eye slimes will seduce you, so be careful about that. I'll throw one of these out. And basically, every 3 minutes, Slime will do a quote-unquote test. That's just what people call, like, mechanics or phases. But basically, if you do it properly, Slime will, every 3 minutes, take extra damage and basically be freely bound. And the reason we block the gate is because that's how you pass the test. Basically, when it happens, I'll explain more. but the portal you block is the portal you want the slimes to go into. Because slime... Okay, here, this is the quote-unquote test. So slime is going to spawn a bunch of small slimes that drop from the bottom of the screen and go downwards. So I want to guide these slimes into the blue portal. Because the blue portal is the one that I blocked. You can do this with less buttons pressed. I just do it like this because I'm kind of dumb. But you'll see it goes down. And you interact, press the interact key to drop the, like, teardrops to block the slime path from falling. And since we did it, in 10 seconds, slime will spawn right here, and then we can hit him for free. So let us hit him. 10 points shot. And you can see slime will take increased damage here. Then you can bind after he gets unbound for more damage, more time to damage him. But like I said, this is going to be very slow, because I'm doing this at a very low CP, comparatively to what fast clears typically go for, especially on, like, mules. I need to do this. I'm just blocking the blue portal again. I always block blue. You don't have to. You can block multiple portals. But I just always block blue because it's easy for my brain. So I just know that the portal I blocked is blue. And I just do it every time. So I don't have to think about it, if that makes sense. Less things you have to think about, the better in this game. IMO. Because there can start to get to a point where there's just a lot of shit going on and a lot of shit to think about. And if your burst is 2 minutes, you probably should be using it on cooldown. But I'm just going to save all of my burst for every, like, free damage test. Just to make it easier on my brain. And you'd always want to be on a different platform to slime, because when slime does that big super jump, it will one-shot you if you're standing on the ground. You can always just jump it, but the easiest way to handle it is just by getting off the platform that slime is on. Again, the simplest solution is usually the best. Obviously, you're not always going to be able to get off the platform, but it's just good to keep that in mind. Oh, I wonder if that'll be up in time. I need to bring it all the way down again. And again, if you're somebody who actually wants to use their brain, this is not the best way to do it. This is just how I do it, because my brain is small. But it gets the job done. And it's like they say, if it gets the job done, why fix it? Ain't broke, don't fix it type shit. I actually wonder if I'm gonna have enough damage to min clear this right now. I am doing slime very low CP. Especially with no Lynx or Legion. Yeah, the Challenger World buff exists, but it's not... Boy, oops, I hit the wrong button. It's not quite the same. It's doing this to clear slimes. Maybe I should have been bursting on cooldown. Yeah, because 30-minute timer, it's been 9 minutes, 25% health. I actually don't have the damage to clear this right now. Not like this, at least. Especially since my buffs will be disappearing soon. This is like one of those bosses that I guess you would have to practice mode if you wanted to clear it right now. You know what we could do? We could always upgrade our gear a little bit. There's nothing saying we can't. You know what? That is what we'll do. Let's go upgrade our gear. Because we don't have the damage to finish clearing it in this run. But you can kind of see the idea behind the fight. Alright, let me think about what I want to do here. Alright, so one of the easiest upgrades... I was doing some looking. One of the easiest upgrades we can get right now, it will cost some of the event currency. But I did calculate it, and I can afford to use some of the event currency on this character, even though I want to do other things with it. Because my top priority is to get the mag growth pots. But we can get an event ring. Why do we want another event ring? Well, simply put, like I said earlier, this ring doesn't really do much for us. Let me try to show you what I mean. You also need to make sure you take different rings. I already have the Awake ring, so I just need to take either Glory Guard or Tenebrous ring. Doesn't really matter. I take that one. And if you click your middle mouse button, it'll show you comparisons to the things you have equipped currently. This is an upgrade on this, just base stat-wise. Oh, let me put it on like this. And you can see, like, this is a damage loss for everything else. It's just potential is so good in this game. Potentialed items, very, very good. And these rings are essentially the equivalent of a 17-star ring, I believe. So event rings are very powerful very early on. And then the Silver Blossom isn't the greatest ring ever, but since it's part of the boss set and it's 3-line, it's kind of hard to replace it. This ring typically should be better if it wasn't 3-line and also didn't give us the 9-set effect. I think it's giving the 9-set effect. Yeah, it is. So that's why this ring is worse than this ring, but don't worry about it. It's an edge case. Something I also did want to buy from the shop is the cubes. This button. Let's buy... I mean, I can't afford that many. 10 cubes. We'll take it 10 cubes at a time. I'm not trying to hit anything crazy. Would like a tier up if possible. Another tier up would go crazy, but I will also stop at 6% dex. Okay. Will I stop at 6% dex? No, I won't. Because I can just reroll this with boss cubes. Because you can reroll epics with boss cubes. So this either needs to tier up, or we just do this. Because I can get the 6% dex back. Gotta keep that in mind. 6% dex me, please. And thank you. Defense. Strength all stat. How about 6% dex, though? 3%? 6%. There we go. So that alone gave us almost 200k CP, which again, isn't the most in the world, but it's a game of inches, you know? Another thing we can do, and I've thought about this, is I'm okay with claiming these black flames and using them on my gear that I'm only going to be using very, very temporarily. So things like this, for example, it's just 16 dex. I'm losing quite a bit. I probably wouldn't suggest most people to do this. I'm just doing it because this is going to be a very specific mule for me. If this is your main character, I really would recommend using these black flames on permanent pieces of gear or more permanent pieces of gear, such as Chaos Root Abyss items that you will eventually replace the Challenger gear with. So again, be warned, don't necessarily do this unless you know what you're doing, is what I would say. Because these flames are better used on other things. But I have a very specific thing that I'm doing, so this is okay for now. And it shouldn't take very many flames to get something good enough. Because I'm not going for an amazing flame, I'm going for better than 16 dex. Yeah, like this is perfectly fine. And I'm going to be doing this for all of my pieces of gear. Okay, this one. I mean, that's better, but I would like all stat plus dex. Yeah. That's fine. And this... Yes, this is also... FID, as they say? Slightly better would be nice. Teensy bit? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now we have 78 black flames left. Our Dominator's flame is really bad. We need to fix that too. 88 int. Wish that was just dex. I would have kept that. 100%. That's a good flame, especially for our needs. Okay, and then the Challenger gear obviously comes flamed. You don't need to touch the Challenger gear. And again, you really shouldn't probably be touching this gear with flames either. This is just a me thing. Now, we can also get some more upgrades elsewhere. Let's take a look at our CP. We're at 7.2 mil CP. Like I said, it's a game of inches, you know what I mean? And we are grinding. Something else we can do is start clearing the rest of our weekly bosses. This is just something you should do regardless. And we're going to be doing right now. Because it's part of the gearing up process. I don't know if I need to do this, but I will do it. I do kind of wish the tornado would just sit on the boss, but it is what it is, I guess. If I lock it, will it sit on it? No. Right-click to toggle speed reduction mode on/off. The gust moves continuously targeting the boss with the highest HP within the area, reduces speed when attacking the enemy. So it should be on by default, so locking it would turn it off. I don't know. Just is what it is. It's just jank. Inbuilt jank. Oh, we already did CPAP. Oops. Let's run through CRA. And this will also serve as kind of like a weekly bosses you should be running at this point in your Mapler career. Wait, I should be doing up, right? Why do I keep doing down? God damn it, it's such a habit. Because I'm used to Nightwalker in replacing my clone. I need to be doing up, not down. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. We do have a couple more upgrades we still can get, do not worry. One of them is a pocket slot item from Pink Bean, which we can also flame. That is an item you could consider flaming, since it's basically a permanent item. Like, it's not, but it basically is. Okay, we got unlucky. I'm just gonna kill myself. In MapleStory, of course, not in real life. To get rid of the hat. I think I should be strong enough to kill him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm like 7 mil CP. Of course I'm fucking strong enough. I'm just not used to being 7 mil CP. I've like barely done anything on this character. The events are so good. And that's a little tip with Pierre. If you get the wrong hat, or you don't have an iframe to iframe the hat at 70%, you can just take a death, and then when you respawn, you won't have a hat. And then you just kill him within that duration. God damn, I can't see a fucking thing. Turning this chicken into a nugget, as they say. Oh, he fucking hit me with the combo, dude. Dude's low-key fire. And these pieces are how you get the CRA gear, and the CRA gear is going to be better than the Challenger gear eventually, and that's kind of the gear that I was saying if you wanted to flame, you should consider flaming that. But like I said, I have a very specific use case for this character, so do as I say, not necessarily as I do.
Still blind to the difference between...
Though in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter that much. You're really gonna kill me too? You son of a gun. And normal Arcarium you should be doing every day as well, just to get the chance at the Dominator Pendant. Bow, 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 bow. Big old tornado. Pink Bean is definitely one of the bosses of all time. That's for sure. Now he's DR'd. Man, I love this boss. One of the most annoying bosses in the game if you don't just instantly kill him, basically. This used to be the peak of MapleStory design right there. He did not drop a Holy Cup, did he? He did not. He dropped a real Pink Bean belt. I'm going to take the opportunity to run normal Pink Bean as well, just to see if I can get a cup. He can drop cup from normal, it's just less likely. But cup is a very big upgrade that I was kind of banking on us getting. Did not. Oh, we did. Nice. Damn, we got a belt too. You usually don't get drops from normal. See, so the Holy Cup, I mean, it even rolled a little bit better. I mean, I'm gonna flame it regardless. You not? Oh, you can't use flames in here. Okay. But this is another one of the items that I was talking about. I just want a little bit of a higher flame score. Since, like I said, this is like... It's not a permanent item, but it might as well be permanent for a long time. I mean, that's still not a good enough flame, but I'll take it for now. %7% all stat, 48 dex. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking good flame. So from that item alone, you see we gained almost 200k combat power. Game of inches, my friends. Let's do Cygnus. This is another weekly boss we should be doing. Make sure we do normal and not story mode. Guess I should buff. I don't know. I don't think we need it, but I did it anyways for funsies. Wind Archer is 2 minute, right? Yes, it is. So next time we do Slime, I'm just going to use my burst off cooldown, because you get more bursts in, even if they don't all sync up with the increased damage test. And Akechi is a very annoying boss, but should be ran. And I'm not going to be running Princess No this week, because Princess No is still bugged as of me recording this, but you should also be running Princess No. Princess No gives you good accessory. Good accessories. Honestly, you can run the shoulder and belt too in certain scenarios for temporary reasons. Obviously, it doesn't matter if you have item burning gear. The challenger gear is so good. But you want it for the Kana's treasure ring, and you also want it for the secondary weapon. But I'm going to be using the frozen secondary, so it doesn't really matter to me too terribly much. He's DR'd. Love that for me. Don't you dare turn your back on me, boy. Me when I'm a catchy. Me when I'm a catchy. Hit him with this? Yes, sir. Definitely should have saved my burst for Akechi. But it's okay. It's just an annoying boss. Now we have our burst. I hope I can kill him within the burst, because I bound him. Yeah, I can. Wind Archer doesn't have the world's greatest burst, but it's better than nothing. And we got an MVP. I mean, I'll loot it, but I don't think I'll use it. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. There you go. Alright, so that should be all of our weekly bosses done. Aside from Damien, which I'm not doing because I don't need the meso, and I don't like doing Damien when you're weak. And Princess No, which is bugged. Princess No you should do. And Damien you should do. I just don't want to do it. Because I'm a little brain damaged, I suppose we can say. So we have about 1 billion meso. 1 billion meso to play with. Question is, what do we want to do with it? Well, we need to get potential on our Mechanator Pendant, that's for sure. We also can consider going for a better roll on the secondary, because it's only 3% attack, which isn't great. But aside from that, I think we're probably as strong as we're going to get without more levels. So, let me see here. The rewards you get, nothing too crazy. Okay. And then these are just stuff that I don't really care about. And then from here, I've already spent pretty much everything I was willing to spend. I think I will invest in 2 stamps, however. I need to clear room. Because you get a lot of junk when you do bosses. Because I would like to make this 2 or 3 line and this 3 line. Okay, both went 3 line. They didn't reveal anything cool. Let's use the boss cubes that I just got. See if we can get anything. An instant tier up, which is good. But that means we have to use these cubes going forward. Oof. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna buy glowing cubes, I think. Because if I can bink another tier up, that would be kind of sick. But I'm playing a risky game because I'm kind of broke. I'm looking for any 2 useful lines, ideally one of them being attack. But I'm not really in a position to be a chooser. Should I have kept the 6% attack? I don't know. We'll see. Double IED, which I don't want. IED might actually not be bad either, because we do not have much IED. I should keep this. It's not even a question. I should keep that. Oof. Oof. Okay, before we get too deep in the sauce, let me do this. Oops. I always do that. I'm so used to this. Like, I'm not used to having to scroll to get to the shop. I'll be straight up with you. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in one of these. We're going to E-pot the Mechanator. If it doesn't reveal 3-line, we'll make it 3-line. With the same process that we just used. Stamp. Can buy stamps with meso, but my meso is so much more valuable to me right now. Okay. And then I will roll this with the boss cubes for 6% dex, which is a pretty good upgrade. If I really wanted to, I could roll for 2-line, but I don't think I do. And I am going to Star Force this to 15. Just for the extra little tiny stat that you get. It's nothing crazy, but I might as well, since I'm going for any gains possible right now. And I didn't even consider how low our IED was. I'm pretty sure most of the reason why slime is a massive struggle right now is because of the IED. 84 is not enough. So low-key, I almost wonder if rolling for IED on the emblem is the play with the rest of our meso. Because what else do I want to do? I think that's it. I think I've done everything else I wanted to do. It would be nice to get 9% dex on this ring. Just because 6% dex is not the unique line. But I mean, that's a minor thing, to be honest with you. I think realistically, at this point, I mean, our Mechanator Pendant's Flame is kind of bad. I can improve that slightly. It's like barely 50 flame score. I can get it to at least 60. Yeah, that's like 80. So I think from here, I'm gonna gamble. I'm going to purchase 50 glowing cubes. I'm going to open them, and we're going to throw them on the emblem. And we're going to, first of all, hope it goes unique. But second of all, hope we roll attack and IED. Another 6% attack roll. 3% attack. It doesn't really matter if we don't hit the attack line and it stays epic, because as long as it stays epic, we can just use the boss cubes like we did before. But if it tears up, that's problematic, because then we can only use either hard cubes from the meso or the general shop, or these cubes. And we don't really have the meso for them. Also don't know if you can get IED on emblems under unique. It doesn't seem like it, because I haven't seen IED one time. So it must be a unique plus line. Ooh, did not hit a tear up. Did not hit 2-line attack. So now we go back and we roll until we hit 6% attack again. And again, I could do this until I hit like 2-line attack, but I don't think I got that dog in me, if I'm being honest with you. That would have been nice if that damage was attack. Attack scales much better than damage, which is why I don't even consider... Oh, it does. IED does exist. I just didn't... Either I saw it and I just didn't register it in my brain, or we just didn't see it, which is kind of crazy. Now I'm seeing it constantly. Jesus Christ. I must have just tuned it out. IED and attack would go crazy, I'm telling you. Next time I roll IED, I'm going to stop and see how much it gives me. How much does that give me? 2.5%-ish? I mean, that's still not great. I think IED is going to be the biggest problem, truthfully. That's how she goes, I guess. 3% attack? Nah, I'm going for 6. Give me 6 or give me death. Give me 6 or give me death. I will take IED and 3%. I think that would probably be fine too. Alright, we got it back. So what is our CP looking like now? Almost 8 million CP. I don't know what we first started attempting slime at, but I think it was like 6.3 or something, so we gained a good bit. Okay, give me a second, let me cook. Okay, so in the long, like, 2 minutes I've been sitting here trying to think of what I wanted to do, I think I am going to go practice mode. And the reason why I'm going to go practice mode is because you can use buffs. You're obviously not able to select all of these buffs. You're only able to pick buffs that you have access to theoretically. So, like, theoretically you have access to, like, Sparkling Red. Or, in this case, low-key, I think it's probably worth it for me to take IED pot. Maybe that's crazy for me to say, but my IED is so dog shit. Honestly, let me calculate it. Hold on. Alright, I looked it up. Slime is a 300% PDR boss, so I'm pretty sure this would be more than 20% boss for me. I think. Because Song of Heaven gets 20% IED. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fine. I'm going to do it this way. Might not be the most optimal, but it's better than nothing. And then you can also... You literally get just everything. It's so good. Which is why I'm doing it like this. Oh, you know what? I should just go become an alchemist. Because that's free, and it lets you use 2 of these pots. Okay. This is another little detour before we go into Slime Round 2. But Slime Round 2 will go a lot differently than Slime Round 1. I'm pretty sure I would be able to clear it without practice mode. I just want to do practice mode because I want it to be easier. That's the only reason why. Can I learn alchemy without herbalism? Nope. Didn't think so. Oops. But learn the professions. You have to learn alchemy. You don't have to do anything. You just have to learn it. So it's like really zero effort to do this. Now we go like this. Practice mode settings. Now we can use 2 pots, and we can use this pot as well. So now we basically have the boss potion and the IED potion. Which is good, because you can't use 2 of them anyways. You'd have to use one of these. Like, this is like the most optimal setup. Any hoosers, I'll stop yapping. Unknown has occurred. Unknown error has occurred. What do you mean by that? Per se. Can I enter normal slime? Oh my god. Okay, so I figured it out. Another party's already inside. I didn't know this was a thing, truthfully. I had no fucking idea. The more you learn. I didn't know there was a 1-person limit on slime. Who'da thunk it? Let's do this shit. I'm using up. I remembered to use up. Yeah, this guy's fucking melting now, comparatively. Which is good. It's what we want to see. Pretty sure I do this as well. See if I can keep him down here. Can. Very good, very good. But you can see in that one burst, we did 10% now. So we've gained a lot of damage. Also, the buffs have added a lot of damage, too. I think more than anything, the IED is definitely doing some work. Again, IED is just not something I ever have to consider on these Legion characters that I usually make because of Legion and Link. Legion and Link basically takes care of the need for IED. But since you don't have that on this server, it's a little like, I need this type shit. Ooh, almost died. Not today, motherfucker. And I did say I was going to burst on cooldown, and I still think that is the play. So we will be bursting here in 20 seconds. The reason you want to do this if you're a 2-minute class is because you just get more bursts. Even if the bursts you do get aren't always going to be synced up with the extra damage, more bursts is better than, like, increased damage bursts. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Chill, bro. You know the drill at this point. Bum 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 bum. I want it to go down here. You can also ride the slime wave, which I usually like to do when I do this with my friend. Yippee! Oh, did I not fully block the portal? Oh, I didn't. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. This is what happens if you don't fully block the portal. He just doesn't get stunned. I also think he might heal. I don't know. We'll see. That's an oopsie. That's on me. That's why you always want to block the portal. Oopsie. I had other shit on my mind, okay? I'm sorry. It's what they don't tell you about making videos, man. This shit's hard. You'd never believe it. Also, coincidentally, has, like, synced my burst up because I fucked it up. So let's do that. Use our burst. Pinpoint Pierce up. Alright. He didn't heal. That's good. Healing is like the only thing that could have potentially messed us up. But he didn't, so it don't matter. Do this. I will not forget to block the portal fully this time. I promise. And obviously clearing this in practice mode is not going to let us get the boss crystal when we do kill it. Which is why I would only recommend doing this if you really need the buffs from this. I don't need the buffs, I don't think, at this point, but it would still be a very long clear. And at this point, I have other things I need to do. I have other obligations, so I'm trying to get this out. You know? So I'm sacrificing some meso. It's okay. I don't need the meso. We'll be okay. Oops, did not mean to press the interact key. Okay, so the blue portal fully blocked, as you can see. I've done it properly. Do not worry, my friends. So I want it to go right, or left, excuse me. I want to block right. Take me with you. We've done it correctly. Amazing job, fellas. I knew you all could believe in the power of me. And with your belief, you made it possible. Never forget that. This is still gonna be kinda close. I mean, not really. I mean, the only reason it's this close is because I fucked up a test. It's completely on me. 100,000%. I like using the other abilities that this class has to help clear the slimes. It's actually really nice. Because those small slimes really can be kind of annoying. Especially the seduction ones, because I don't have any of my hero's will or anything bound. Even though I really should. But you know me. I'm lazy and stupid. That's a dangerous combo. Alright, it's time to burst. This burst theoretically should line up with the test. which is good for us. We have the blue portal blocked, no worries. Keep pinpoint pierce up. Playing with full opacity is also an extra challenge for sure. Would highly recommend if you're playing this just to play it, turn your fucking skill effects down, in bosses at least. It makes it significantly harder to see shit. Take it from me. I'm sure you don't need to take it from me, you can see for yourself. Alright, block blue, so go into blue. I need it to go to the right. To the right. Kinda janky. I think this should work though, right? Yeah. Bit of a janky platform setup. At least to my brain. But my brain don't work too good. This time, my fellas. Do some of this, one of these, some of this. And we let it rip. Now that's what I call damage. I'll wait for him to teleport, and I'll push the top one up, or the top one down. Free me. Same thing here. Oof. Free me. I will be able to burst now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're cooking him. Little bro's getting cooked. Want it to go right? This is why I always just block the same color. Like I said, the more things you have to think about that could possibly go wrong, you're just setting yourself up for failure, in my honest opinion. But it's probably not so bad if you aren't, like, recording and trying to, like, do stuff. But still, just block the same color, man. Or block multiple portals. Though, I would recommend you not to block multiple portals, because it takes away from your damage uptime. And as you can see, while this isn't, like, a minimum clear. It's not a comfortable clear, even with the practice mode buffs. I did fuck up one test, but you know. I think it's one more test and we kill him. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. I'm surprised that block hit. Okay, it's time to burst. Oh no, there's a love slime there. I don't like that. Being on the same platform as those love slimes is how you get seduced. You can use Hero's Will to cleanse it. But like I mentioned earlier, I don't have it bound currently. Which is definitely a skill issue. I would highly recommend y'all to have it bound. Yeah, you see I got seduced. Now I'm jumping into the corner. It's not something you should be doing. Oh, good. Oh, fug. I'm alive, baby. I'm alive! We want it to go bottom right. Okie dokie. I guess I want it to drop this way. Like I said, I'm stupid. I just fucking press the button to make sure it can't fuck up. He should be dying here, though. Which is good. Because I've had it up to here with slime, TBH. TBH, honest with you. I'll just press all these buttons for fun. Why not? Who's gonna stop me? Fucking nobody? Nobody's gonna stop me. I'm a free man, baby. Get bound. Sit the heck down. We'll do a one-charge tornado. Fuck it. I'm feeling crazy. Let's kill this MFer. GG, well played. I was there. Holy moly, that was a fucking... Like, 90% of the episode is gonna be just basically gearing up for slime. Oh, I don't even know if you need to break the box, but I'm gonna do it because it feels good. I have defeated normal slime. Honestly, probably would be able to do it without the buffs in regular mode, but god damn would it be annoying. It's possible, though, as you can see. It's possible. If you like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Yeah. Bye.